Damn, I'm down.
Oh shit.
Bro. Oh my god.
Oh shit. I ain't lying, boy. This is. Hold on. Oh shit. Shit. God damn, I'm trying to revive you. I'm fucking. Oh, I ain't lying.
Bruh.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Lejeune here. I'm now back at it with another video. As you guys see in today's video, we'll be going over on how to beat the Omega Level Threat Family Reunion, which dropped today. Now, I'm going to be going over tips and tricks on how you can defeat the last boss with the Super Adaptoid and overall the mission itself. So before we get into it, if you guys are going to enjoy it and you guys liked it, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so never miss a video and always be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Homie, they ain't ready for this. Scared a shot, I'm working, hurt them worse than slitting their wrist. Hit subscribe, smash like, ring the bell, stay tuned. Now without further ado, here's the duel of June. Yeah.
Alrighty, so as I'm recording this video, the Mega Level Threat for Family Reunion was released yesterday, and as for like a basic synopsis of the mission, it's the K Bishop mission that we did back in December. We had to fight the Super Adaptoid, but it's basically changed and overall added new modifiers to it and everything. So that's basically what it is. So I'm going to go over it and just basically show you guys on how to beat this mission and the Super Adaptoid boss fight itself. So the one thing that has been changed in this mission before you get to the Super Adaptoid fight is when you rescue the allies. So you remember once you go into the fight, once you go through the portal and you're able to get outside, you have to rescue one of the allies. Then once you go to the next area, you have to rescue 3 allies. Now there's a different mechanic when it comes to rescuing these allies. So once you hit the like the console to freedom and you gotta hit the things on top, 4 of them, if you don't hit it in time, there will be like an energy pulse that will damage you if you don't have enough health or defense. It may be even one-shot you. I did experience it before. You probably see it on screen, but yeah, it does do a lot of damage. So that's like a new mechanic wise when it comes to you know, just trying to rescue the allies. It's something very small, but you know, it's something dope, I guess you could say, to be honest. It just adds more to it. But yeah, that's basically what's new to that. So yeah, after that, to be honest, it's really like a straightforward. If you played the K Bishop mission back in December for the Super Adaptoid, you just basically just go further. You know, you fight the Dreadbot. Then you go into the little thing, you go back in the present time, you defeat the enemies that are outside, you go inside the building, do the vault mechanics, then you fight the Super Adaptoid boss fight. So let's get into the Super Adaptoid boss fight and the new mechanics that come along with it, and basically give you some tips and tricks on how to defeat this enemy. Alright, so if you guys have played the K Bishop mission where you fight the Super Adaptoid, the abilities are still the same within this Omega Level Threat, but just added with some new ones. So it can still throw Thor's hammer, which can stun lock you, and also it can summon lightning, which does a lot of damage in Omega Level Threat specifically, and also can still throw Captain America's shield, which staggers you, and also it can go in Biggin, which does like a ground slam, and it can stagger you and also do a lot of damage in Omega Level Threat as well. And it can still summon the missiles and summon allies for, you know, for it to help them in the fight. And it also is like a different mechanic with summoning allies in Omega Level Threat, and those are like the basics of what it can still do in the Omega Level Threat version. But we're going to be talking about the new abilities that it can do in this fight, which are you know, pretty interesting, I guess you could say. So for the first one, which everybody should know, that's like the probably like the most standout thing about this, is the fact is it can duplicate himself. So it can duplicate into 4 different Super Adaptoids. So that's basically 5 Super Adaptoids that's going to be on the field that you all have to fight, which has all the same abilities, which can stagger you with Thor's hammer. It can summon lightning, which does a lot of damage. It can stagger you with Captain America's shield and the Kamala ground slam. So having all that times 5 is pretty much a challenge, to be honest with you. So it's pretty interesting. I like that one. I did have a bit of a struggle with that when once it started duplicating and started doing all the abilities at once and just chaining them together. It was pretty challenging with that one. And also this boss fight does have like a one-shot mechanic to it, which and the way it goes is basically that your screen completely goes gray, and there's a circle, like an arc overload shield that Iron Man has. It spawns randomly in the battlefield, and you have to go inside of that circle, and there's a time limit on the bottom left side that you have to get into this bubble before that timer hits 0, because if it hits 0, you're going to take a lot of damage, and if you already don't have enough health, you will get one-shotted and you will go down. So make sure you get in that bubble, and once you get in the bubble, the enemies cannot hit you while inside, and you can hit the Super Adaptoid while you're inside this bubble. And once the bubble goes away, then you continue fighting the Super Adaptoid. So that's a nice new mechanic right there that I do like. It's pretty interesting. And the next one, when it comes to spawning enemies, it spawns turrets that suppresses you and take away your heroics, which is pretty lethal, to be honest with you, when it comes to the Super Adaptoid fights, which you have to be using your heroics a lot, to be honest. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, you have to get those turrets out fast, and also because it drains your heroics and suppresses you. And if you're suppressed in this battlefield, you will get knocked down pretty fast, to be honest. So make sure you take those out. And it also spawns the Magneto Adaptoids. I know it's something different, but I just call it Magneto Adaptoids because it uses rocks and it levitates. It feels like Magneto to me, so that's why I call it that. So make sure you get those out as well, because those can be annoying, because they also do stagger you once they throw the rocks at you. And the stagger in this game is so lethal. If you get staggered at a wrong moment and the Super Adaptoid just rushes you, you're done for. You're not going to live the fight. You're not going to live, to be honest. So make sure you guys get those out as well. And the next one it does do, which is a pretty interesting mechanic that probably not a lot of people are going to notice, is it spawns electricity bubbles around the area. It's like a big area of effect of like electricity bubbles. And the way you know this will go off is you will hear like an alarm sound, which you guys will hear right now. And once you hear this alarm goes off, it spawns electricity bubbles near you, and it's a lot of them. So you have to get out of that vicinity because they will do a lot of damage to you. So you have to get out of it. And if you don't, you will die instantly. So those are like the brand new mechanics when it comes to this Super Adaptoid boss fight. It can duplicate himself with all the abilities that the Super Adaptoid has, and it just times 5, to be honest. So it's pretty interesting. It can summon turrets and that can suppress you and take heroics away, and also the Magneto Adaptoids. And it can also spawn electricity bubbles that will go off with it like a little alarm. And it also has the one-shot mechanic where you have to get inside the bubble before the timer runs out. So those are the brand new mechanics that come along with this. Now the tips that I can give you guys when it comes to this fight, since it is like, if I'm being real, it's honestly a DPS check. So if you have a lot of damage, you're going to do fine. You're going to do fine. If your team knows exactly what you're doing, exactly what they're doing, you're going to do completely fine. Now, if you're matchmaking this, or if you just, if you're just matchmaking it, to be honest, and just playing with randoms, I feel very, very, very sorry for you if they don't know what they're doing, because from what I've been hearing recently, since this been out since like a couple hours or close to a day since I'm recording this video right now, I've been seeing a lot of people struggle trying to do this online, with people just leaving them and they just by themselves and they have to requeue themselves again. Or some people say it's easy because they know what they're doing. They have their build all facilitated and worked out, so they know what they're doing with this. So it's very easy to burn the Super Adaptoid, especially with multiple heroes. So it all really comes down to, you have to have a good build. Now, what I would recommend you guys going with this is, since they have the multiple heroes, I would recommend like 2 to 3 Thors with Valor builds, and probably have like a support character like Ms. Marvel or Hawkeye to keep everybody healed up, if you guys can keep that heal going on a lot. And of course, I do have a build with Kamala where you could just keep your support ability up for like 2 seconds. Like, you can have it up in about 2 or 3 seconds, to be honest. If you got a heroic orb, it's so strong. I will have a video about that. So yeah, that is basically how it is. Now the characters, I feel like they will kind of struggle with this, if I'm being honest, but it can still do it depending on what you're doing with your build, and if you know how to work around things. I feel like Kate Bishop might struggle a little bit, and also Captain America. Now Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, I feel like those characters, and Ms. Marvel, I feel like those characters will be straight for this mission. But they still have their weaknesses when it comes to this boss fight. But overall, I feel like this boss fight here is somewhat difficult, but it's somewhat fun to play. Now, of course, we already know, with the time gating, with the exotics that come along with this is not good. They have to change it. But overall, I did have a fun experience playing this online with people, because there were some groups where we're able to wipe it completely fast and just very easily, and there's some groups where we will actually have some good players running around. We was running with good players, and we kind of did struggle a little bit with the Super Adaptoids once it started duplicating and started doing all the moves at once, just chaining it all together, dealing with the turrets and the one-shot mechanics and all the abilities with all the 5 Super Adaptoids duplicated. It can be difficult, so I have to give them props. It is a fun boss fight. I wish it was just, you know, a little bit more different-ish, I guess you could say. But overall, I did like what I, played, to be honest, when it comes to Super, like a Mega Level threat itself. So hopefully in the future they can do way better than this, since this is an introduction. Hopefully the future of Mega Level threats in the future can be way better, and they could just stop time getting rewards to this and should just let exotics just drop naturally in this instead of having it being time gated. I just hope they can end up doing this. But yeah, that is basically it when it comes to Mega Level Threat Family Reunion. That is how to beat it. I went over everything on how to do it. So yeah, just be on the lookout on that one. But yeah, that's the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as I enjoyed making it. But before we head out, if you guys are not, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, so you don't miss a video and I'll be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Now, I do have a Discord. It's called the June Cave. Go over everything dealing with Avengers. Got the nice outriders, everything that's dealing with gaming, and also we do watch parties. So if you guys want to join that, the link is below for my Discord. Also, I do stream on Twitch, so if you guys want to come out to the Twitch streams, the streams do be litty, no cap. So if you guys want to join, that link is below for my streams as well. And also, I do have memberships on the channel. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to the elite members and the regular members. I greatly appreciate it for y'all being memberships on the channel. I really do. Yeah, that is basically it, to be honest, in today's video. I really guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day. Peace.